I feel like they got things like all twisted up, like the percentage wise. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So this. Welcome back to Ace and Maverick. Today I am doing some more experiments with this Oswald Eugene counter, and I am basically just trying to find out what stuff is the most taxing and how much of what stuff you can put down, and just to help us get a better feel of the best way to optimize parks, I guess. So I have these, each one of these roller coasters is 10%, and I'll just go through them here, what I did. This is a steel hybrid. I elevated it super high, and I just started it, and once the moment it hit 10% and stayed, I didn't place down another track piece. And this is as far as it went, with that elevated, pretty high. I'm sure it would probably be less if you made it higher, but I don't know how high this coaster is right here. This one here is the same coaster type, RMC steel hybrid, and what I just did was put it closer to the ground. So that obviously goes quite a bit farther than the super high supports. So then what I did was take the same RMC and take the supports off. And this wooden one, actually, it gave me a lot more in this scenario than I thought it would. Because I did this earlier and I made them just like shoot up as high as they can go and just straight across. So basically a lot higher supports like this. And taking the supports off in that scenario didn't seem to change it too much. Like, I think it was like 4 or 5 track pieces difference. But yeah, for some reason this one just is quite a bit more. So taking the tracks off of the wooden coasters might not be a terrible idea, but then you gotta build custom supports. So, you're kind of just trading off 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Anyways, on to the next one. Then I did this single track steel coaster from here on out, just because I figured it would be the opposite of the wooden coaster here, like just the least amount that the system would need to worry about as far as percentage. And again, these are all 10% coasters. So this one goes down and back. This is pretty much the same, actually one less it looks like, than the RMC with the supports off. And then the same single rail, and it's 1 or 2 more. It looks like it's probably 2 more. No, just one more piece with the supports off. So realistically, turning the supports off on the whole coaster to make your own custom supports would be worse for you. But if you were to use like most of the supports and then do like custom supports here and there to make like where some of the supports are janky, that would probably be fine. You could get away with that. Alright, and all of these, by the way, I didn't mention this, are the standard. You start building standard track length, and I didn't adjust that at all, because these two are the single rail coasters with supports and without. But these are when you use the 4-meter method, which, if those of you don't know, the 4-meter method is supposedly, probably proven, the most smooth way to make roller coasters. And you have to do a lot of like the smoothing when you're... I don't want to do a whole tutorial on it, really. So yeah, the kicker with this is it takes a lot more pieces. So using the 4-meter method, you get a lot less coaster bang for your buck. Those both are 10%, and remember, this one goes down and back, and then down some more, and this doesn't even get down before it even turns back. So that's kind of a problem. So I was using the 4-meter method to make my coasters already, and now I'm going to have to try to do some balancing on that. Like, I think what we're going to have to do is 4-meter method for like some of the crazy turns and your heartline rolls and stuff like that. But when you get to like the lift hill or like a straight or even your block break section, stuff like that, you want to use a couple of bigger track pieces for, and that way, because you don't have to worry about smoothing that stuff as much, but then you can save a little bit on, or at least get to use more pieces, save a little bit on percentage. Then what is this one here? Oh, this piece here is the longest track pieces you can make. and so this goes quite a bit farther actually before it hits 10%. So again, you can utilize that to your advantage. You can have the longer pieces and have much longer coasters for less Oswald percentage. But yeah, that's just what I've been doing. Taking some samples of what coasters are the most taxing. Let's do I want to do a wing coaster really bad and see how that goes with it. 'Cause, wow, standard track length, or default, I guess, track length pieces, and yeah, down, back, and down a little bit. So that's pretty much on par with these single rails actually. What percentage this did? Let's see. Oh, see, these aren't 1% a thing. Well, that's cool. I'm glad I checked this then, kinda. So 10 is 1%. Do employees take your percentage up? Okay, so yeah, adding employees to your park don't do nothing. I guess the next question would be paths. So let's get on it, shall we? Alright, this is just standard width. I guess length 1. We'll do 113 for this one, and then we'll do max on the next one. I don't know. Shit. Stuff on it. Oh, paths are mean. You guys, paths suck. Paths are the worst part of the game. Shit. Let's just do curbs and railings, just to give the full polar opposite. 18. Shut the fuck up. Why? Why? What? That makes no sense. What? I can't even believe. I don't know what to say. I honestly am flabbergasted. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I stopped at 10%, right? Yeah. What? I don't know. That's ridiculous. I don't even know what to say anymore. Yeah, I just don't understand these findings right now. It's really hurting my head. So now what I'm gonna do is make the length as long as it can be. I'm gonna leave the width down though, because I think the length is gonna pull off what the coasters did and be better. In that scenario, you would want to use the longest path possible with rails and curbs apparently too. I just don't even know what to say about that still. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in the same spot. Yeah. Oh, this song is jamming. Okay, so oddly enough, this game is hurting my brain. I didn't sleep very well last night. I'm like having insomnia and my head hurts so bad because of this. Longer path lengths don't make a difference, but longer roller coaster track lengths do make a difference. Significant. And then also, no curbs, no railings is more taxing than curbs and railings on paths. And what's next? Okay, do it like this, but I'm gonna make it as wide as possible. With, I guess, just with the curbs and railings, since that's, I don't even understand my life right now. This game is confusing as all hell. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. That's 40. That's 39. Okay. So even more confusingly, the fattest path it's the same length pieces as these, like as the short ones. It doesn't matter. The length doesn't matter. The fatter path is more than twice as long. Whatever. Okay, next task. I'm gonna try this wood path now. And we're gonna go not wide, and we're gonna go. Just gotta see how this does next to this one here now. I'll do this one just because of aesthetics. I guess I'm kind of even more confused. Did they like... I feel like they got things like all twisted up, like the percentage wise, like it doesn't make any sense. So this much more detailed wood texture over this simple static noise texture. Let me crank out that much more path. Alright, now I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna do this wood as big as I can with paths and curves and bet it goes shorter than everything and really throws a wrench in my goddamn gears. I gotta remember that there's a path over there too. I just don't even... I'm at a serious loss for words right now. If you can't tell, like I just... It doesn't help that I'm tired and shit, but... This really just doesn't make any sense. So, in theory, your best bet is to have wider paths. And... I gotta do one more path. I gotta make one more path still. I'm sorry. Half the width as this one, but twice the width as that one. And we'll see where this gets us. Okay, so... yeah, I guess that makes sense in the fact that this fat path covers more than the skinny path. With the whole fact that the medium path covers about in between those two. Okay, at least that is like logical to some extent. I don't get it the rest of this though. So yeah, paths with no railings and no curbs are superbly the worst. Let's make one more path and let's just make it have curbs, because most of the time you're not going to have railings on the ground paths, but you will have curbs on these just, you know, normal paths that we have every day here. And I'll do it the skinniest again just to make sure that we're on the same par with this one right next to it. Okay. I really don't understand. I gotta make another one now. Son of a bitch. I love these railings though, I'm not gonna lie. They're really cool. Did I put it in a good spot? I don't fucking know. Okay, so it would appear that having either the curb or the railing puts you at the same spot, but having the curb and the railing puts you 2 up. And then the fatter the path, the more you get. The longer the path, it doesn't matter. And wood goes farther than tarmac. I'm just so confused by all this. Alright, well, yep, that's it for today. But alright, yep, thanks for watching Ace and Maverick, and like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'm going to be doing a lot more testing and R&D and trying to figure out exactly the best way to have the best parks, and I am still actively working on a way to just get Oswald's counter thing to stop altogether and not be a problem, but we'll see if I can find a glitch or not. But thanks for watching, see you next time.